Alien abduction, science, phobia, or myth? A critical analysis. Have you ever stared into the night sky and wondered if we're truly alone in the universe? The stars stretch infinitely, holding secrets and mysteries that seem just beyond our reach. Among these mysteries lies the enthralling and often controversial realm of alien abduction claims. Are they real experiences, psychological phenomena, or projections of our deepest fears and desires? Today, we take a captivating journey to unravel these questions, exploring the science, the skepticism, and the irresistible allure of one of humanity's most perplexing enigmas. Prepare yourself. This is not merely a tale of little green men. It's the story of us, our imagination, our vulnerabilities, and perhaps our connection to the unknown. What is it about alien abduction stories that manages to captivate millions? Is it their consistency, the terrifying details, or the sheer audacity of the claims? Across the globe, individuals from all walks of life have reported eerily similar experiences: strange lights in the sky, sudden lapses in time, and vivid memories of being examined by entities not of this world. Imagine waking up in the middle of the night, paralyzed, with glowing figures surrounding your bed, or walking through a quiet forest only to lose consciousness and awaken hours later with strange markings on your body. These are not just fictional tales, they are real allegations from individuals who swear these events happened to them. But why are these stories so consistent? Could there be a deeper connection among the people who report these experiences? Or is it possible that our brains are weaving a fabricated narrative influenced by cultural myths and personal fears? These are the questions researchers have been grappling with for decades. Let's start with the science. Many experts argue that most alien abduction stories are the result of psychological phenomena. One of the leading explanations revolves around the concept of sleep paralysis, a condition where individuals partially wake up during the REM phase of sleep. In this frightening state, they are unable to move and may experience hallucinations of shapes, sounds, or entities. This overlap between sleep paralysis and reported abduction narratives is striking. Both involve sensations of being watched, immobilized, or even physically manipulated. The key difference: some interpret these sensations as scientific anomalies, while others attribute them to extraterrestrial intervention. But could the latter be influenced by something else entirely? Our own cultural fears? Some psychologists take it a step further, suggesting that alien abduction stories might arise from repressed trauma. The mind has a peculiar way of distorting emotional pain into physical or external realities. For some, the aliens may symbolize hidden struggles, abuse, loss, or unresolved insecurities. Hypnosis sessions conducted by researchers have often led to fragmented, bizarre memories, blurring the lines between truth, imagination, and the suggestibility of the mind. Which leads us to an important question. When hypnotic recall is used to extract these narratives, are researchers uncovering actual memories, or are they inadvertently planting ideas? Critics argue that this process can unintentionally encourage individuals to develop elaborate alien abduction stories that feel real, even if they're not. The human mind is, after all, highly susceptible to suggestion. One of the most contentious figures in the field of alien abduction studies is Dr. John Mack, a Harvard psychiatrist who dedicated years to studying abduction claimants. Mac's work stood at the intersection of science and belief. He didn't dismiss claimants as delusional or deceitful, but instead asked, what if their experiences reflect a different kind of truth? Using interviews and psychological assessment tools, Mac attempted to decode the thought processes and emotional states of abductees. Remarkably, many of his subjects showed no signs of mental illness or deception. This led him to propose that alien abduction claims, while extraordinary, deserved serious study. But this doesn't imply Mac accepted physical abductions as fact. He was exploring the experience as real. At the same time, skeptics argue that such personal testimonies lack the rigorous evidence necessary for scientific legitimacy. Without concrete proof, like extraterrestrial technology or biological samples, how can these claims be validated? Here's where things get puzzling. Despite numerous reports of alien abductions, physical evidence remains glaringly absent. No conclusive traces, no alien artifacts, only personal accounts and speculative data. For skeptics, this is enough to dismiss such claims outright. However, proponents of abduction stories raise a different perspective. Could humanity's reliance on physical evidence limit our ability to understand phenomena that exist outside our technological grasp? They propose that the absence of evidence might not necessarily mean absence of occurrence, but rather that we lack the tools to measure or understand what's happening. And yet, the impasse between believers and skeptics persists. It forces us to return to the question: are alien abduction claims rooted in external contact, or do they reflect something more humanly familiar? To dive deeper, let's explore memory itself. It's not as reliable as we think. Neuroscience reveals that memories can be highly suggestible and prone to distortion. This becomes particularly significant in alien abduction stories, where fragmented experiences are pieced together to create coherent, albeit fictional, narratives. For instance, an abductee might recall waking with a strange scar, linking it to a dream of alien medical procedures. Combine this with exposure to similar stories in media or pop culture, and you have the perfect formula for an abduction memory. The brain, seeking explanations for the unexplainable, constructs an otherworldly story. But what makes this distortion interesting is not simply that it's false. It's the fact that these experiences feel deeply real to the claimants. The emotional intensity of their accounts often defies easy dismissal. Culture plays an undeniable role in abduction phenomena. Since the mid-20th century, when UFO sightings surged in Western media, stories of alien encounters have multiplied. It's no coincidence that abduction narratives often align with contemporary depictions of aliens. Consider the bug-eyed, elongated extraterrestrials, popularized in movies and books. Are these stories universal, or are they the result of a shared cultural imagination? You might be surprised to learn that abduction stories differ across cultures. In some societies, claims of otherworldly encounters involve spirits or demons, rather than extraterrestrial beings. This variety underscores how cultural interpretation shapes our understanding of the unknown. But why do we find alien abduction stories so compelling, regardless of where or how they arise? Could they reveal something about human nature itself? Here's an intriguing hypothesis. What if alien abduction stories are less about aliens and more about us? As humans, we are naturally drawn to mystery, especially when it involves beings more powerful or advanced than ourselves. Abduction stories tap into our primal desire to connect with the cosmos, to bridge the gap between earthly existence and cosmic possibility. For some, these tales may even satisfy existential longing. In a chaotic world, the idea of being chosen or contacted by superior beings offers a sense of significance and meaning. Others view alien abductions as metaphors for fears of invasion, technology, and the unknown, modern updates to ancient myths of gods descending from the heavens. These narratives hold a mirror to humanity's dreams, anxieties, and unanswered questions. They reflect our place in the infinite universe and the boundaries of our imagination. Here's where the challenge lies: separating fact from fiction while retaining an open mind. Skepticism is essential when investigating extraordinary claims. It ensures rigor and credibility. But cynicism can be equally limiting. If we dismiss such stories outright, are we closing ourselves off to the possibility of truths that scientific models have yet to explain? This balance between skepticism and curiosity is critical when confronting alien abduction claims. As researchers explore the psychological and neurological dimensions of these experiences, we're reminded that some mysteries may not be solved simply. They require patience, innovation, and humility. Ethically, it's equally important to respect those sharing their stories. Regardless of whether the events are fact or fiction, claimants often experience profound emotional distress. Their experiences, real or imagined, deserve our understanding. So why do alien abduction stories persist despite heavy skepticism? The answer lies in the human fascination with the unknown. Stories of interstellar visitors ignite our imagination, challenge our perceptions, and feed the part of us that craves adventure. Even skeptics can find intrigue in abduction tales, not because they believe them, but because they reveal so much about the human psyche and culture. From science fiction fans to mystery seekers, these stories unite us in our shared wonder about the cosmos. Could alien abduction claims hint at truths that exist beyond current scientific comprehension? Perhaps they are not purely about extraterrestrials, but rather about humanity's journey to understand itself. Whether as psychological phenomena, cultural rituals, or metaphysical metaphors, these tales push us to question, think critically, and embrace the unknown. The absence of definitive answers doesn't dilute the significance of the mystery. It makes it richer. After all, much of our progress has been driven by the pursuit of impossible questions. Here's the takeaway. Alien abduction claims are not just about alleged encounters with extraterrestrial beings. They are studies in belief, memory, imagination, and culture. They stretch the boundaries of science and challenge us to confront what we mean by truth. So, mystery seekers, the next time you look to the stars, remember this. The answer might not be out there. It might be within us, buried in the depths of our minds and the stories we tell. But don't let that stop you from wondering, investigating, and dreaming. Because whether or not we're alone, one truth remains. The thrill of the search is its own reward. Welcome to the unending mystery.